This is Anna, and this is a love reading. Pick a pile for singles. The intention is for singles, but anybody can watch. So look at the 3 piles, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and if a number catches your eye, if a number is you're drawn to it, whatever it is, then go to the pinned comments and pick the pile that you're drawn to. Thank you so much. Hello, pile number 1. Let's see what your reading is, what your message is. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. So someone's being asked to reach out. There's some unrequited love. Hold on. Hold on, okay? Because this is the first time I'm seeing the cards. Wow. Okay, so this is for someone that has experienced unrequited love. And we all know what that is when one person feels things, love, is attracted to the other person. This is love. This isn't just lust. This is love. And the other person doesn't really feel it. They don't feel the same way that you do. And that's a big hurt. And that feels like it's from a while ago. One person wasn't attracted to the other. There's not enough attraction or chemistry. I'm focused on the chemistry there. That jumped out at me to keep this relationship going. But boy, oh boy, the divine timing is at play here. I'm seeing someone coming back. Either you're approaching someone or someone's coming towards you. I feel like some time has elapsed here. Some time has elapsed here, and the person is now thinking that they're going to be taking the lead and reaching out. And they're very anxious about it. Very anxious about it. But they are feeling re-engaged. They're feeling more enthusiastic. I feel that they've done some healing. There's something that they've been processing. They've gone through several cycles of life. So there's some time that has elapsed here. I may be speaking to people that are a bit more mature, not too young, maybe, because some time has elapsed. And the person that wasn't interested is seeming to be interested, not just on a whim. It's because they've processed things. They've gone through some things in their life. They're feeling grateful for having known you. Whoa. They're in a space where they're reclaiming their power. I feel that there was something going on with them, that they weren't in the right frame of mind. They weren't in the right place in their heart. They were vulnerable. They weren't in a good place when you perhaps were the one, whoever was rejected, quote unquote, was more aligned and more in tune than the person that was rejecting, the one that didn't feel the feelings. It's not that they didn't feel the feelings, it's that they weren't ready for it. They weren't in a good heart space, in a good head space. They were vulnerable. There was things that they were going through. There were maybe substance abuse, maybe other types of things that weren't working in their life, and they just couldn't even wrap their heads around a relationship with you. They kind of maybe put you, I'm saying that you're the one that was rejected, but it could be the other way around, right? The person that was and rejected sounds harsh, but I mean, let's just put it that way for this example here. The person that was not, the person that was, it does feel like a rejection, doesn't it? When you love someone and they don't love you back, that's a full-on rejection. But it's usually complicated. Or sometimes it isn't, but usually, or sometimes it's complicated. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that you may not know, and you're just feeling the rejection. I feel like this person was going through a lot, and they just couldn't, they see you they put you on a higher level, you know. Now they've gone through a growth. They're more self-aware. They're enthusiastic about life. So this could have been just a bad timing. But I see spirit guides and divine timing happening here for this to come back into your life if you were the one that rejected. That were rejected, sorry. They feel really powerful now. This person feels powerful. They feel like they are reclaiming their power. So something must have been going on in their life, and it just wasn't the right time. There needed to be some time and life experience to happen for them to grow. They're grateful for having known you. And they're going to be reaching out. There's no way, I mean, that's what this is all about. An unrequited love that now feels re-engaged. They're going to seize the day. They're taking the lead, and they're going to reach out. It's very clear. And I feel that the person that is on the receiving end is going to accept this. It may be difficult, but they're going to be expressing their truth. They're going to be, this is more from the perspective of the person that rejected the other person. They weren't in the right space in that moment that you were expressing your love to them. They just weren't ready. And now it's like they're challenging themselves because they know that it's not typical that someone wants to accept a person that rejected them in the past. You know, most people say, oh, hell no, screw them. They can, whatever. They better not show up. You know, there's a lot of animosity, but I feel that there's growth here on both individuals. This is a situation that isn't just for everyone who's been through an unrequited love. This is a more mature, evolved connection, and it had to happen at the right time. The person on the receiving end has to use their intuition, and I feel that you will. I feel that you're the one on the receiving end. There's been healing that's happened here. And look at this. Look at this image. This is beautiful. There's healing happening here when this reconnection happens. Now, I can't tell you when this will happen. It'll happen when you're ready to receive it and when the person is ready to give it, right? But if it resonates with you, you can just trust your intuition. You're living your life. You're not waiting for anything. There's no expectations of anything, but there's an energy here that supports this happening. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Maybe that's something that you need to do if you're someone that is excited by the idea of a person in your life coming back, and because it felt like unrequited love. I loved them, but they didn't return the love, or they rejected me. You know, if there's no distorted toxic energy there, no obsession, no, low vibration, if you've been living your life, learning things about yourself, using your intuition, if you're doing that path, right? You're on that path. I believe that you can do this, and you can imagine a healing light healing both of you. Even if this reunion never happened, you're both healed, right? Your relationship can heal, and there's a possibility of this happening. They have a strong they're coming through as a very strong, like, leader energy. I'm gonna be doing this, and if they reject me now, all these years later, or all this time later, that's fine. But it's something like they feel compelled to do. Ooh. They're going to be expressing their truth. And there's no, two ways about it. They are going to be reaching out. If this resonates with you, if at some point they will try to reach out, unless there's major obstacles, I feel like they're going to try to overcome all of that, because it's important to them. Maybe even just as an offering of an apology even, right? But they feel compelled to move forward. Okay. All right, that's where we're leaving it. Good luck, group number 1. Stay blessed. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 2. All right, we're going to take a look at your cards. Oh, my goodness. Holy moly. Whoa. What is happening? Wow. Oh my gosh. You may want to watch group number 1 too. I'm just saying. All right, hold on, because this is the first time I see the cards too. Holy moly. Wow. Okay. Well. Whew. Oh my God. This is wonderful. Okay, let's start with this, because this is about healing. This requires healing. If you've been rejected, if you've been, you've experienced heartache in your life with your relationships and things just haven't worked out, you have to work on healing yourself. If you don't heal those past wounds, it's hard to be able to attract towards you a love that is going to be successful. And it begins with healing and loving yourself. Oh, you see all the little hearts all on her. She's loving herself because she's taking care of herself. She's healing herself. You know what I mean? Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Now I want you to know that this is the first time I see the cards. I shuffle the cards, and the only reason why I didn't include that in the video is because the editing would just take me forever. And editing for me has become a chore, and I'm trying to make these readings more fun for me again, because the editing was just taking me out. It really was. So, but I shuffle and I choose the cards. I choose them on the cut now. I'm enjoying that process. It's a new process for me. And I don't see the cards. until I'm like, I just opened them right now to do the reading for you. And only, I mean, if you'd have to trust me on that, you know. I don't lie, so that's just the way it is. I just wanted you to know that that's the process. I didn't explain that to any other group, but maybe I felt compelled. Maybe someone here has doubts. Okay, so yeah. We must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So this has to happen first before I go into the rest of the reading. You need to have healing. You need to heal those wounds so that there's no resentments, no bitterness, no anger. All of that has to be healed and released. And that's a process that you have to figure out for yourself. You have to research, do meditations, do journaling, all of that stuff, grounding yourself on the earth, go sit in the grass. You know what I mean? All these things that you can do, read books, listen to podcasts, watch videos that are all encouraging and affirmations. That's part of that journey of healing and of shifting your vibration to allow the positive things to come into your life, to allow you to manifest, right? This is talking about manifesting right here, manifesting your dreams, right? Leveling up. We don't want to stay stuck in negativity. We want to level up so that because you're watching a love reading, you're interested. This is very interesting. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. I mean, it's what it is. And here it is, too. Here's the... Oh, I feel like you're getting someone that has... is a single parent coming through. There's a single parent. Oh, that came through. That's coming through really strong. All right. It requires dedicated effort. This healing, this surrendering requires dedicated effort, but it's worth it. Not because someone's going to come into your life. It's worth it because you're working towards loving yourself. And that makes a huge difference in your life, in all aspects of your life. It affects your finances. It affects your love. It affects your health, your relationships, and everything improves. When you really make a dedicated effort to improve, automatically everything starts to improve. When you heal yourself, when you let go of those things that are just a burden on you, okay? Once you're able to do that, someone's coming into your life. Now, it seems like someone from your past is coming back. And that's why I said to watch group number one, because they have a very similar story. But this is almost like a continuation of number one. This is like more details here, because this is a connection from when it was a friendship, perhaps. It was a friendship, but there's definitely a reconciliation here that I'm seeing. And it's someone from your younger years, from your past, where it was really a beautiful connection, but somehow it got, life happens sometimes, and it's not that type of friendships that last throughout. It could have been a relationship, and you just, lost track of each other. There's someone circling back and ready to kind of make a commitment. So this could have been someone that, and again, it seems like they're a single parent, and you may have issues with that, or maybe you're a single parent. I feel like that's going to be fully accepted, though, in this scenario. It seems like it's part of... And the child has a strong connection with the person what am I trying to say? Discombobulated. The child of one, whether it's your child or the children or child involved, are very open to this happening. They're ready to. They're not in a needy stage. They're mature. They understand that their parent is ready for a connection. So some time has passed here. I'm not speaking to really, really young people. I don't think. I think I'm more drawn, or people are drawn to me that are a little bit older. I don't know. I've kind of noticed that. So yeah, I'm not talking to really young people because there's some time that has elapsed here. Life has happened here. And I see a single parent. This shows a male. It could be a single father, or it could be a single mother, whatever it is. The child is ready. The child is bringing, actually, the child or children. It could be more than one child. I'm feeling strongly one, but there could be more than one. That the child is a key to this connection, like flourishing here, because the children involved here are also pretty evolved for being children. I don't know if that made sense. Because that's almost like they're in the in-between. They're not young. I don't see them as young. Like little, like 4 or 3. They seem a little bit older, maybe 10, something like that. That they already can think for themselves. They can analyze things for themselves. That they're extremely observant. They may be spiritually evolved. They may have a maturity in them that is beyond what their years are. They understand that this connection is important. This is a special connection here. It feels really beautiful. It's like something that perhaps the person on the receiving end of this visit or of this contact has been trying to manifest. I believe both people have been trying to manifest this back into their lives, and it's a very strong connection. And it's filled with love, romance, appreciation, devotion. Devotion, which is really a beautiful word here. And it's like a new beginning. You may have a child with them. Good Lord. Like, this is perfect. This is a perfect, well, for me, someone with a child, that would not be perfect because yeah. But almost perfect for me. For everybody else, probably perfect. I don't do kids. Sorry. But, you never know. This is a new beginning. It's filled with romance. It's like a fresh start. There's been some time elapsed here between the last contact. So it's like you run into each other again. Maybe you're traveling, you come into contact. If this isn't someone that I would be hard-pressed to believe that this isn't someone you already know. But if it isn't someone you already know, it sure feels like you've known them forever when you meet. For some of you, it may be that you meet while you're traveling somewhere and you happen to cross paths with someone and there's that connection. That would be rare. That's more rare. I feel like this is someone from your past that's reconnecting with you. It wasn't necessarily a sad ending, although you're being asked. You've had some broken heart experiences. You're being asked to heal all that stuff. Before you can manifest this, you're going to have to go through this, and that requires dedicated effort on your part. But there's romance. There's like extreme appreciation and fondness, and you will create a legacy together. This is about legacy. This is a true soulmate connection, if I ever saw one. There's marriage on the table. There's possible new family additions on the table. There's friendship. It says revisiting the past. So, and it's here in several places. There's reconciliation. There's this childhood connection that had that innocence, that friendship, that just fun together experiences, right? Fun together experiences. there was possibly always feelings, but I don't know that this developed ever before until it was ready to develop. This is ready to develop and to make a commitment. It almost, I mean, there's two cards with marriage here. There's a baby here. There's someone approaching with a child, and it's, you know, it just feels right. This is beautiful. Goodness gracious. You're going to feel vulnerable. That popped through just now. You're going to feel a little vulnerable when this approaches your life, because you're going to be like, whoa, am I ready for this? It's going to feel maybe overwhelming, but it's so much love. There's so much love here that it's just, it's the kind of overwhelm you welcome fairly quickly, because it just feels right. It's almost not real. You know what I mean? This is the kind of, it's almost like a fairy tale situation. Almost not real. But I believe in fairy tales, and I believe in miracles and all this stuff. And so I feel like this, it's tender, and there's a yearning there. There's just, oh my goodness, friendship, respect, warmth. I mean, I could go on. A new beginning. This is a fresh start, and I am very happy for you. I'm not jealous. I'm happy for you. Enjoy group number 2. Come back and let me know. Let us all know in the comments when your person comes into your life. All right. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. Some of you, okay, so I guess there is something else. Some of you travel for work. You may meet this person, and it may feel like, because it's just a soulmate connection that feels so familiar. Again, like I said, it may not be someone you've already met, but it feels like you did. So there's always that. You may meet them while you're on a work trip. That's a possibility there. If you're trying to manifest this into your life, work on your healing and just be open. Just have your radar and your energy open at all times, because it can happen at anywhere. All right, that's it. I'm happy for you. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3. Okay, let's see what you got. What is your message? Wow. Okay. So, I'm seeing here someone who is feeling lonely, but and perhaps even hopeless, and feeling a bit secluded and isolated from others. You sort of, I'm gonna say you, but I'll just say this person in case it's someone else in your life, is very guarded. Maybe they've had bad experiences, you know. They have a lot of self-doubt. There's a need to, oh, this is someone else. This is someone else. This is someone who's feeling really a lot of self-doubt. They want to do something. They want to approach. They want to make different decisions in their lives. They want love. They want love because they're feeling lonely. They're feeling disconnected from the person that they used to be. There may be some changes that have happened in their life, and they're feeling like, I want to reconnect with that part of me that had hope, that believed in being able to manifest good things into my life. But there's an inability now to, it's almost like they feel like this person feels stuck. Like there's so many obstacles in front of me. How am I able to make myself lovable? How am I able to make myself, how can I find a connection? How can I make a connection with someone when I have obstacles in my life? So that's making them very guarded and protective of whatever little bit of inner peace that they have. They feel they have to guard it. And that alienates people in this stage here. This card here is about healing the heart, really. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. I feel like there may be something in this person's life, and I don't know if it's you or someone else in your life, okay? So that's why I'm being a little generic, because I don't want to say that it's you if you feel, oh, this is so-and-so in my life, you know? There may be something in this person's life that they feel they're inadequate. There's maybe physical limitations or just other types of actual limitations, actual things in their life that they feel hold them back, right? Acceptance is the key. You have to accept yourself as you are, and then others can accept you as you are. I feel like this is someone that has to go through a healing process, and Spirit is saying, accept yourself and be enthusiastic about what you bring as you are, what you bring to someone's life. You are worth waiting for. That's what this message is telling me. And divine timing is at work in your love life. So it may not be, because it's here. It's here, right? Whatever that looks like. 2 men, 2 women, a man and a woman, whatever. Okay? It's there. The energy is there for you. I feel like there's just some obstacles that you have to clear for yourself. There are some things about yourself that you have to accept. So this is more about self-love, this process right here. And then things start to work out and people start to come into your life. In particular, one person that is kind of destined for you. But you have to accept yourself first before they can accept you. You understand? And it's divine timing. They're waiting. Your guides, your divine source is waiting for you to come into, okay, I trust myself. I believe in myself. This requires effort. This is definitely going to require some effort on your part. But if you continue to detach yourself, if you continue to disengage and to close yourself off, that's where you're going to stay. If you make a bit of an effort, do some creative activities. Maybe go join a local, I don't know, do meetups happen anymore? What was that? What was that? Is it meetup? Is that what group of people would just get together and read about a book, do book club? You know what I mean? Do something that takes you outside of yourself. A reading, a book reading, book signings. I don't know, something. Do something. Get yourself out of your space that you've created, this little cocoon for yourself, At least that's what's coming through here. And focus on, you're not seeing the talents that you have. You're not seeing the beautiful grace and the lovely, the passions that you have. You're not seeing your truth. You're doubting yourself. And you need to be able to see what it is that you truly are. You know what I mean? And then Spirit decides, okay, they're making an effort. They're accepting themselves for who they are. You know, no one is perfect. No one is perfect. And so I guess this message is, it's fairly simple, actually. It's not a complicated message. It's about you are worth waiting for. That sentence, I feel is important for some of you to hear. You are worth waiting for. So if you're struggling with self-doubt, you're struggling with taking yourself out of your bubble that you've created, if you're struggling with feeling like overwhelmed and hopeless because there's obstacles in front of you, whether it's physical ailments, because I mean this card happens to have a gentleman in a wheelchair. You know, that could be an obstacle. That could be seen as an obstacle for some, and yet we see a million people in wheelchairs doing amazing things that I myself can't do. So it's only an obstacle in your mind, right? It's only an obstacle in your mind. Like in this picture, oh, the staircases. What do I decide? Which obstacle do I choose? This is an option. Which obstacle do I choose to handle first? And then once I decide which is the one I can handle, it takes me into a space of healing and of growing and of going into that light. You don't have to do all the obstacles. Just choose one. And that takes you into a space of healing, of growing, of learning, of becoming more accepting of yourself and who you truly are. You begin to get motivated to make changes in your life. And then Spirit says, okay, it's time for them to meet this person. So, I don't know. It was a little bit of a strange message, I suppose. But I think you have to just start baby steps. Baby steps. You can still feel guarded if you wish. You can still protect yourself from being hurt again while you try to make an effort to heal yourself. Accept yourself as you are. You are worth waiting for. That means that there isn't much you have to change about yourself. Just being able to make decisions and moving forward and taking action. Don't keep yourself stuck. You have to remove those unwanted energies that keep you stuck. All you have to do is just want it and feel that motivation. I hope this has helped. I really do. I hope it's helped. I want you to understand that this is waiting for you. You just have to believe that it is and understand that it is. And then take the action steps you need to take. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Like I said, there are things that cannot be changed. So by accepting them, that's an action step. Okay? I hope that helped. And if it didn't resonate, choose another group. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. Good luck to you and stay blessed. Bye-bye.